So we're just about ready to go back in. I found out that the flywheel is the same. There's a stamping part number over here. It matches exactly, same bolt pattern. Everything is the same on the back of this motor, so I can stab it in. One way I can tell that this thing has been rebuilt recently is the freeze out plugs here still have sealer on it. They're not rusted, and that's a good indicator that this thing has been gone through. So, plus there's, you know, standard paint on here that somebody painted it with, and it seems like they did a pretty good job of cleaning this thing all up. It's a little dirty right now, but it's got 5,000 miles on it. So anyway, so I got my manifolds off. I'm going to put those manifolds on, and I took everything off in the front because this water pump is a new water pump. I'm going to put that on the new motor. That pulley gets put on there later after I get it in, and because the blocks are basically unchanged over the years. The only thing that might be changed is some threads on some of these bolts, and it's no biggie because I got all the old bolts out of it, so I'll be able to. These are my fuel lines that will get rerouted up to the carburetor, and I'm gonna get a pressure regulator that will bring everything back to the tank again, because I got a brand new pump that I put in the tank originally, because that's what I thought was part of the problem, why this thing had a lean burn situation. So I had already put a pump in the tank, so no sense in getting a new mechanical pump when you already got a brand new electric pump. So what I'll do is I'll run, the lines come up right here, and I will install a pressure regulator somewhere up on the firewall, somewhere it's easily accessible. And so here we are so far. The motor's in, everything's bolted up. Still got to put the manifolds on, but there's a problem down here. This harmonic balancer, the hole in there, this diameter right here is bigger than the one on this motor right here. So since I have to put this pulley on right here to correspond with all the rest of the serpentine belt system, this is different than this. So even though the bolt holes line up, this thing here helps to keep it totally centered. This is your centering flange. Okay, so I gotta figure that one out. Plus this bracket system here for the alternator and power steering needs to bolt up here, here, and I think this one here, one of these. And the hole's too small, so I either have to get a skinnier bolt to go in here. This is actually a stud, see, that goes in here, or drill this out. So I got some good tempered drills here, so I'm going to try to drill those out. This one fits in here fine, see. This one's for your AC. So, time to get out the old drill and tap those. So when you drill these holes, just make sure you get a really good drill bit, very hardened steel, not some cheap junk from the freight store, but just follow the hole. There's already a hole there. Just carefully drill it straight, and then after you do that, you have to take a regular tap like this. See how that's tapered? Just oil it up real good, clean the hole out, put the tap in a little bit at a time, back it off, a little bit more, back it off, a little bit more, until you bottom out. Once you bottom out, you have to take a bottoming tap, which is this one I got in here, and do it with two hands. Don't do it with one hand like I'm doing, because I'm holding the camera. I've done this for 50 years, so I know how not to break a tap off. Use a ratchet, and then back it off. Don't use the little T-handle that comes with the thread kit, because it's not accurate enough. Can't get a good turn on it. But that there, you can see that, is a bottoming tap. It's different from that one because the threads go all the way to the bottom. If you don't use this one, okay, you'll end up trying to stick this stud in there, and it's only going to go part way to about here, and then it won't go anymore because there's not enough thread in there. See? So then you take your blowgun and you blow it out really good. Watch your eyes. Now you can put your stud in. And see, it goes all the way to the bottom, to the end. And that's it. Then you take the little Torx head tool. It goes on the end of that. Don't use a vice grip on it. Use the right tool. And now that's in there. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. And then I'll put my bracket on there.